In this episode, Delphine, the former Prime Excelsior of Terratellis, graces booth 42 with her regal presence.
She's recently been deposed, and we try our best to cheer her up and dry the tears in her 7 eyes.
So roll up your towel into a pillow, lean back, and
prepare to learn about the Eye of Doubt, the Cloak of Punishment, and Licking to Understand.
Shut up and sit down.
welcome back to Hitchhikers and Appetizers. I am Trellis Gardeen, and once again, we are at Millyways, the restaurant at the end of the universe, in booth 42, bringing you the most interesting alien cultures and people from around the universe. And to help me do that, as always, is Horatio Zinn.
Yes, so I'm making sure, I'm trying out some new audio equipment, and I'm making sure that I don't accidentally swallow it.
I don't understand why they're making microphones look like food.
It certainly is a danger when it's around me, because you're just going to hear my digestive system in action.
They clearly didn't try any market focus groups with your demographic, but the hungry.
It doesn't even have to look like food for me to want to eat it.
If it's just shaped like food? It looks like a mozzarella stick.
It does. It does. Oh my, it's delicious.
Stop.
No, it's getting closer to my mouth. No, I'm sorry. Perhaps if you just let me know what's food and what isn't food.
You can eat it after the show if you want. But right now, we have a guest, and that guest deserves the full attention of you and your microphone.
Yes, so I will angle it toward them. Hello, guest. Would you like to introduce yourself, or would you like us to introduce you?
Oh, that's so kind. I'm really happy and a little relieved, honestly, to be here. I can give it a go. I'm Delphine, and I'm usually, promptly followed by the title Prime Excelsior, but there's been a bit of a political hiccup in my planet, so...
Oh my.
Our hiccups are usually caused by eating too much.
Within the planet itself, or the planet's social structure?
Well, it started with the social structure, but it has really opened up some actual rifts in the landscape as well.
Oh no. Oh my.
Well, it's been a bit of a tough time, I guess I'd say.
Yes, oh, very.
I can hear it in your voice. It's like almost...
Well, that's right. I've actually been locked in my sister's a structure for me to sit in.
Well, are you dangerous? Is it? I mean, most people that get put in cages are usually dangerous. Should we be worried that you're going to overthrow our booth?
No, I'm the overthrown, so
Oh.
I'm not in the business of overthrowing.
That makes more sense.
I was the, Prime Excelsior of Terratellis, which is the planet I'm from, and...
That sounds so much like Trellis. I like this planet already. I like planets that sound like me.
I used to like it very much.
I understand. Yeah, being overthrown by a planet would certainly turn me against. I would not feel as warm toward that planet.
Did they storm a castle? Did they storm an office? Were you surrounded and taken away in shame?
There has been a lot of shame. A lot of shame. There's a certain kind of being that's very respected, very sacred on Terratellis. Snorlaxes. I grew up respecting them, fearing them.
Oh, Snorlaxes.
And I had a bit of a run-in. I don't really know if I want to talk about it in depth.
No, I think we need to know about this. This is the kind of deep dive we like to kind of get into.
Yeah, I must say I'm very curious about this.
Well, there was one that was pretty close to me, a little bit of a courtesan, or a Snorlax in waiting for me.
Oh, yes, Snorlax in waiting.
Okay.
I can have a bit of a temper, so...
What is it that sets you off?
Yes.
I guess I just don't like to be rushed. I like to be given a lot of time, in the morning to prepare myself to meet the masses. Then, I don't want to be rushed.
I'm just making note of that so I don't forget. Writing it in mustard here.
Now, you said you don't like to be rushed, but the service staff here does expect us eventually to, complete our order. So, not that I'm trying to rush you.
No, don't
but
do that.
That is something that, I would like you to be aware of.
I've been feeling very rushed. I've been feeling very...
No.
Right. No, well, I'm just saying, they come by the table, they're here when everyone sits down, and then if you don't get that order in quick enough...
Who's coming by?
The server. They don't overthrow anybody. But if we don't get the order in...
They've been advised that they can still serve me.
They serve everyone.
Well, yeah, it's not because you're special or anything. That's their job. If they serve us, they're going to serve anybody.
Oh, all right.
But if you don't get the order in and you say, can I have one more moment for me to figure out this is all about?
Yes.
We may not see him again for what's a long amount of Terratellums on your planet.
Well, when we get up to, 7 Terratellums, that's when my Snorlax would start to get a little jumpy.
Okay, we might not see them for 14 Terratellums. And
Yes.
by that time, you're hangry, and you don't want to be around Horatio when he's hangry. Oh my gosh.
That's why I keep extra food in my beard. It's just to prevent the hangry incidents.
Now, what caused your people?
Yes.
Can I call them people? Your Snorlaxes to turn on you? Were you not so benevolent?
It was this particular Snorlax that I did disrespect.
Oh no.
They're supposed to be held above in very high esteem, and
Yes.
they've got great flowing capes. And if you ever touch one, it's really not.
The cape or the Snorlax?
Don't touch a Snorlax cape, is what you're saying.
Or the Snorlax. The cape is actually there to protect the inner sanctum of their core being. So, I ripped off a cape.
No.
What would cause you to do something so treacherous?
Well, she was rushing me.
That makes sense.
Oh, this is back to the rushing. Ah.
So just rip the cape off and said, "Stop rushing me."
It did. It went on, and then my entire family and the court started to. They shouted shame, 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 and
Oh no, not shame.
it was very painful.
Yes, very public. It sounds like a very public event too. No hiding it.
Yes, actually, it broadcast across all of Terratellis. Yes.
I'm wondering, these Snorlax is fascinating to me because it sounds like they're servants, but it sounds like that they also hold a great deal of power and influence.
That's quite the dichotomy.
Yes.
That's the balance, right? The only reason I was able to be in a position of power was that I respected that, and that you can never take a Snorlax at their service for granted. So they live to serve,
Yes.
but if you ever sort of acknowledge that and take advantage, that can be just it's devastating.
So they live to serve, but if you're not careful, you'll get served.
Oh.
That was hurtful.
Yes.
What you just said.
Trellis, why would you want to be hurtful? She's been through enough.
I'm not trying to be hurtful. I'm just trying to point out things to our listeners to make sure that they're kind of getting the full picture, because again, we are only audio.
Yeah. Oh, yes.
If I may say, Delphine, the cape you are wearing is quite gorgeous.
It is lovely.
Is it the one you took off the Snorlax?
Oh.
It brings out the blue in all seven of your eyes.
Yes.
Oh, thank you so much. That's really, really sweet. It's actually, yes, it's meant to be a cloak of punishment.
Oh,
in my captivity. However, I rather like it as well. Yeah, I do think it kind of accentuates my fins.
yes.
It may be shameful on Terratella, but out here, if there's any paparazzi outside, I think you're going to be appearing on the cover of some of the universe's most impressive rags.
It would be incredibly dangerous if anyone knew where I was right now, so I hope that won't be...
Well, you can always hold up your hand to cover up your face on the way out, so then it's just like, the cape.
Oh, I could hold up my fin, yes.
I was going to ask you if you wanted to twirl.
Do we have more units before the servers
Totally.
come? Is
Yeah.
there opportunity? It's been a long time since I spun in a state of leisure. So yes, I'll.
Would you like to do it on top of the table? Would that be all right? I don't want to call too much attention to you, but
Oh, if you don't mind.
Climb up there. Go ahead.
there we go. Let me
all right.
help you up.
Oh.
Take your fin.
Oh,
Help
thank
up.
you.
There you go.
Oh, it's really beautiful here.
Soak in the
You
atmosphere.
like it up there? Yeah, soak it in.
This is more my it's more in my comfort zone actually to be looking down upon the messes. So this is nice.
I can understand that.
Being up on a pedestal. I see a change in you now that you're standing on top of the table. I noticed
Oh,
a
I
change in
feel
your
better.
mood, your general vibe.
Would you say I'm glowing?
Yes, glowing. Yes, glowing.
And I didn't want to say it myself, but
Oh, there's one of glowing, sparkling. There's an electricity. You're crackling.
that's right. I'm kind of reverberating in a way that I haven't since the dethroning.
If anyone's a great hype man, it's Horatio.
Yes,
He'll talk you
I
off.
hype it up.
I have no doubt that if you need a pick-me-up, Horatio's your guy.
If you ever wanted to visit,
Oh,
things are a little sensitive right now, but
Yes.
I could certainly use at some point probably things will blow over, and it could even I'll never have a Snorlax again, and that's that's for me
Why
to.
would you?
I don't know. Do you want another Snorlax, or are you glad to be free of them at all? Or we could get you a Snorlax if you wanted. I'm sure we could get you one.
How
really
do
want?
you plan on getting a Snorlax?
They have everything in the gift shop, Trellis.
Oh, well,
If they don't have it, they could probably order it and have it to your home in 3 to 5 business days.
how are you not getting dizzy up there right now? You have not stopped spinning.
Yes.
I'm actually just really elated to be doing it. This is sort of how I amass my power. If you don't mind, I'll just do a few more revs.
Oh,
Yes,
go.
please, revolve.
Thank you. No, this is really nice, and everything kind of starts to it blurs, but then it goes all the way back around and starts to sharpen again. So
Yes.
I really and I can actually see a lot of interesting information about both of you now. That I'm going fast enough.
Okay.
I don't know if it's really appropriate to talk about it, but Trellis, I think you're changing your color.
Oh, yes.
Yes,
I have
mood skin.
Let's see, we're shooting about a bluish,
I think so.
maybe some yellow creeping in there. So, which is my happy,
Yes.
in a good
So
mood.
you're calm.
Yes.
You're at peace.
Yes.
Yes, very much so. I'm in my happy place. We're at the booth.
Yes.
We're meeting wonderful new people.
Yes. Watching spinning.
We are watching spinning. Yes, exactly. That's probably what's put me over the edge into it.
I have to say it's almost hypnotic. It's almost hypnotic to watch your cloak as it whips around like that. It's hypnotic.
It kind of just keeps rising and rising, and I
Yes.
really like that. It's
And then every so often it kind of hits me in the face accidentally, and that brings me out of the reverie, and then I just start staring at the spinning again.
Well, it's nice because some of the particles of food have been shaken off your beard, which is I think it's kind of cleansing.
It can be.
You said it can be.
It can be also, but at the same time, I might want to gather up those specks of food for later. I don't want to, waste not, want not.
Well, why don't I start spinning the other way? So then
Oh.
maybe it'll kind of suck back up.
Oh, let's try that. That's exciting.
All right, let me just wind down a little.
Yes, you don't want to just immediately
winding.
change
No.
direction of mid-spin.
No, I've had enough change, enough sudden change.
Yes. Take your time. Take your time. And that is,
Oh.
look, the food particles are flying back up into my beard. This is
Oh,
fat.
you're welcome.
How lovely. How lovely.
I'm trying to decide which direction I may like better. I know they're kind of equal. Do you have a favorite direction?
Oh, me. Sorry, I was just so caught up in it.
Clockwise, counterclockwise.
You know, Horatio might have a direction that's favorite, but I was actually, yes. Did you have a, is there a power spin? Like when you really wanted to like let people know what was going on, you adopted the power spin?
Well, yes, I think we haven't quite gotten there yet. But let me kind of make a couple adjustments, see if I've still got it. I'm probably a little rusty, but
I think you still got it.
no.
You
If
Who
you
are
wanna,
you kidding? Come on.
If you want a power spin, I guess I just just the cloak a little bit like this, and
Yes.
bring the fins in, so the
More aerodynamic.
force.
Yes.
Right. Is it centrifugal or something like this?
Whoa!
Oh my!
Whoa.
Oh! I blurry.
Whoa.
I can barely see it. Oh, she's flying. Oh no, she's flying up above the. And then,
Come here, you-
Oh, what
back
is
down.
this? What is
Come
this?
back-
I'm
come
up the. Oh,
Come back down.
goodness.
Come back down.
Ooh.
Come back down. Oh, what a
This
wonderful
is-
landing too. I thought I was gonna have to lasso you for a moment.
Does that normally happen?
I don't.
Oh, that was invigorating.
Oh wow, there's a lot up on that ceiling.
Yes.
There's actually quite a few what appears to be grease stains. So I don't.
Oh, I thought that was part of the pattern of the ceiling, but no, I think
Oh.
you're right. Grease stains.
Oh, I thought it was a nebula off in the distance, but apparently
Oh,
not.
no, that's the ceiling.
I don't know for sure. I didn't taste it, but
Oh God, I hope not.
Don't taste things on the ceiling. That's
Yeah,
a
that's-
good general rule of thumb: is don't lick ceilings.
You know, on Terratellum, there is a little bit of a a tradition of just kind of licking to understand. So maybe that's
Oh, licking to understand.
So does like the taste of something communicates meaning, I guess, or knowledge?
and also the texture. You're never quite sure just with your fins. So
Okay.
the tongue is more sensitive. So
Okay, so why don't you lick my face and what?
Trellis.
What do you learn?
That-
Wait,
that-
Lick
What?
my face.
She just
I-
said they learn by licking.
Yes, but the
Yes?
face, you're just going. That seems a bit.
you're starting to turn yellow.
My cheek.
You're not blue at all anymore.
Giddy with being the possibility of having his face licked.
I didn't want to presume, but if you're open to it, I
All right.
could,
Wait,
I
is
could
there a
lean
particular
in
cheek
and
that looks more intelligent, more knowledge-bearing to you?
yes, well, they're both quite smooth, aren't they? They're very.
Very. Yes.
Well, I can actually see my reflection in them.
Yes.
Uncomfortably smooth.
Now, there's no such thing. You
I-
shut your mouth. You shut your mouth, Horatio. There's no such thing as overly smooth.
Oh, if you look at it, it can't be.
They've got a sheen to them. They're glossy. My eyes really do look nice in this cloak. Sorry. Yes, your cheek. You're I rather like this.
Get in there. Get in there and get
I
in
like this angle of myself
my.
and your left cheek. So
Yes.
maybe I'll just
Okay.
just
Oh.
oh.
Oh my. There was something that happened there. I wish our listeners could see it. There was something.
That looks like the face of disappointment.
I noticed the tongue went out in a way that said, "I'm going to explore," and then it darted right back in to say, "I've done enough exploring here."
I didn't mean to offend anyone. It
I'm not
tasted.
offended. Don't worry.
He's not offended. I'm certainly not offended if you're repulsed by Trellis.
I wouldn't say repulsed. It just was a little cold.
Oh yes, well because it's not real skin. That might have something to do with it. Bit plasticky.
It's skin
Got-
light.
got a-
skin-like, very skin-like, very skin-like.
Bit of a
Very
waxy.
Yes.
Yes.
It makes me water resistant.
Yes, oh
that's-
definitely. Yes.
that can be convenient.
Which does make it a little bit more difficult to shower or take a bath. I mean, I jump in a tub and the water all just flies out.
Yes.
I clean with a lot of powder.
And you don't have anyone to assist you. You don't have any helpers, servants.
No Snorlax, no servants.
No servants.
No master servants, servant masters.
I haven't been able to convince anyone to serve me.
No.
To be honest,
No.
I have no twirling capabilities that I know
None.
of.
You could probably have something added on Glendar.
Delphine, you look like you had something that.
Well,
you
I
were
guess
gonna
I
add
just,
tonight.
if you want to,
Spin.
you could try it.
Do you want me to? Here, let me help you down.
Oh.
Yeah, I'm gonna try a spin. I'm gonna help you down.
Thank
There
you.
you go. There you go.
But,
Spin.
you know, it's...
Milady.
Okay. Too much.
Was that
I wish
pretty
you could see
appropriate?
this moment. This is just beautiful. It's like something out of a romance novel.
Yeah, exactly. It's like, from upon the mountain, she descended to Trellis. Fins aflutter, cape twirling. Their eyes, his 2 eyes met her 7, and it was magic.
She enjoyed her reflection in his glazed cheek.
Except for the lower right eye,
Oh.
which was still uncertain about what was to come.
Oh.
Well, that's my eye of doubt. So
Yeah. Everyone should have an eye of doubt.
it only failed me once.
Okay, well, anyways, let me get up here.
Would you like a fin? I can help you up this time if you'd like.
Oh, this is lovely.
I'm gonna. You don't have to help me up.
No.
I am not royalty by any stretch of the imagination or elected official.
Not even close. Not even close.
All right, let me get up the cushion. Ooh, these cushions are much more wobbly than I thought.
It's important to actually avoid the napkin dispenser.
Yes. That's important.
I don't want to knock over the condiments. That would be like a horror
No.
show for Horatio.
I would not recover.
Could I use that as a threatening move then?
Oh yes. Threaten to
Oh.
hold a laser blaster next to a mustard dispenser, and I would freak out.
Oh, you've found a point of leverage.
All right, well then, I want the last
Yes.
firecracker shrimp this time then. Otherwise, the wham bam sauce is going to end up on the floor. You got it?
Oh, that last shrimp will be yours then, because the wham bam. I must protect my wham bam.
All right, I am going to start my first power spin.
And
So if I could recommend, just maybe work up to the power spin. So
Oh,
that's
yes,
like one of
yes.
the more advanced techniques.
Okay.
So if you want to just kind of start puddling around first,
all right.
and
Should I try? Oh,
just
all
kind
right.
of
I'm clock-
that's right. Maybe just move back and forth, and then start to rotate. Yeah.
don't tangle your feet together. Don't tangle your feet
Hey!
together.
Oh, yeah, that was close. That was very close.
Oh my goodness.
He
Well,
almost
that
fell
was-
down. He almost fell down. He almost fell. Oh.
I don't think.
I don't want to be negative, but I'm not sure if spinning is your thing.
It's not quite a spin. I wouldn't
No,
call it a
it's
spin.
more of a stumble in a random direction. But you didn't fall off the table, and kudos for that, Trellis. Kudos for that.
Well, that's
My
a start, isn't it?
Was spin like. Let's just put it like that.
Ah,
And now you're really just you're
Red from exhaustion. Even that much really was far more exertion than I'm used to.
why don't you come down? Why don't you just step down at this point?
I'd have thought, what if you helped him with the spin? What if you got back up on the table with him and helped him with the spin?
I think that would be disastrous. That would be like two star systems colliding with each other.
I wouldn't want to damage you, but Trellis can be damaged. He can be fixed.
Yeah, that's true. If I hurt anything, I can just go back to my planet, get a quick makeover, and I'd be good. I don't know if you want to endanger any fin loss.
There's really not much of a future for me. In terms of
Oh,
come
don't say
on.
that.
No.
No, you've got the rest of your life.
Did you see how you were holding this restaurant in the palm of your fin?
Normally, when we do something like this at the table, I call attention to it by asking for a spotlight or something, but there was no need.
that's
The entire restaurant was captivated by your spin. They just saw it. They felt it.
well, that's really kind.
All the clinking of glasses and silverware. Did you notice? It stopped. It was dead. It was quiet.
the odd expressions.
Or did you say odd? Did you say odd or odd? Odd.
I thought you said odd, like, oh, it's a little weird.
Yeah, that would be not odd. Odd.
Odd? Oh, okay. That's... I was about to say. Delphine's looks were a-wed. My looks were odd.
That's right.
Clearly.
I don't mean to offend, but that's about...
No, I am unoffendable.
You cannot offend me when talking about Trellis.
Shall I get up? Oh,
I thought we decided a double spin was just a disaster in waiting.
Time is on your side with this. Time is on your side. Yes, it is.
so what you're saying is I actually will never be rushed? Or...
No, exactly. Time does not exist. So if you wanted to stay here, perhaps you could.
So maybe we do a double spin. What do you? If we've got.
I just think that might be a lovely way for the episode to end with this lovely, majestic, and an audible version of the 360-degree camera view.
Well, should I strap my camera to my head, and then that way we get like the first-person perspective of the spin?
Let's do it.
That would be lovely. That would be, and also because if it was strapped to your head, you would see her and not you, and I think that would make it much more of a pleasant experience.
But before we do,
Yes.
I still want to revisit. Delphine, you look very intrigued by the fact that since time doesn't exist here, you would never be rushed.
Yes.
I'm pretty excited about it.
I did see a help wanted sign over at the gift shop. And I think with your presence, your ability to spin and the cape, I think you could work the floor of the gift shop magnificently.
Well, I don't have any experience serving, but if
You'd be directing. You're directing people to the souvenir meant for them.
Well, that's quite an idea.
This works out. Also, to keep you within proximity, and I think it would be quite a jolt every so often to look over in the gift shop and see you spinning through there. I think that would be lovely.
Just sort of, knocking items off the shelves willy-nilly and kind of causing a little bit of a wind of intrigue.
Yes,
Yeah, a wind of
I
intrigue.
like that.
I think I could do that.
Wind of
That
intrigue.
is impressive. You'd be helping to draw attention to the gift shop.
Yes.
Have they not been doing very well recently?
It depends.
It
here
depends
and
on the
there.
season. It depends on the season. What they have in stock. You know, once the popular items are gone, it takes a while to get the new ones. Especially if we go back in time to drop off or pick up new diners that is before the popular items actually exist. And so because you got to make sure you're picking it up at a point in time that is after they've obviously been invented.
Oh, yes, if you do it before, you're going to have a much harder time finding things that... I find I have a harder time finding things that don't actually exist.
Oh, so there...
The paradoxes of time travel are myriad.
Is it outside of the time bubble then?
The
In-
gift
in
shop?
the
No,
gift shop?
no, it's in the time
It's in
bubble.
the
That's
time
why.
bubble.
All right,
it's-
all
it's
right.
So, yeah.
So, okay.
You have infinite Terratellis. Let's put it that way, though.
I'm just hearing of like before and after, and so I get a little anxious again. But I think it could be really nice.
During that would be your jam. Not the before or after, but the during.
Yes, that's exactly right. Yes.
You would get to live in the moment, unfettered by having to rush to do anything.
Oh, that's so nice. That's really nice. Shall we have a little unrushed power swing? I got so excited. I said swing.
Do you think I'm ready for a power spin? You were a little worried before.
But before we do that, just in case, would it be all right if we go ahead and put in the entry, and then I would love to end the episode with the two of you spinning on the table.
Oh, that.
Yes.
That's right. That's right. That's why you asked me, and that's why I got special dispensation from my cage.
Horatio, that was awfully well thought out. Are you feeling okay?
No, I'm not. I had a vaccine, and this is one of the side effects. I think is that I'm planning things out right now. It only lasts. They say it'll only last about 24 hours.
Okay.
Or something like that. And it's only a modicum of the insight I would otherwise get if I actually had the disease that I'm trying to prevent. If I had the disease, I would just be brilliant and just planning far ahead, but I'm just planning by a moment or two.
No, planning can be very dangerous.
And you paid for that to get back to Connecticut and spread
the
amongst the
shame.
population.
The shame, the
People
desecration.
denying its existence.
Yes.
And then actually building things correctly.
Oh,
on
don't even
time.
talk about. Oh,
Roads going where they're supposed to. Walking out of your kitchen into your actual family room instead of having to get in your car and drive miles to it.
that's not home to me. That's not home to me.
Some things should not be changed ever.
I think tradition is there for a reason, often because it's too much trouble to change.
Okay, so our entry, should our entry be about Tarantella or Delphine, the Prime Excelsior?
I think I want to say, how about Delphine? Don't rush her. Was that too direct? Is that too direct?
Not too direct for me. No,
What about Delphine and the Power Spin?
Delphine and the power. That's good, because I think out of context, licking to understand might confuse some. Yes, I'm just going over my notes here to see. Oh, the cloak of punishment.
I kind of like the licking to understand.
You want to? Oh, okay, that's fine with me.
I'm okay with people interpreting our entries as they see fit.
Yes.
Why should we rush them to come to an understanding of what it means? Let's let them take their time and try to figure it out.
let them lick the entry to understand it. Lick this to learn.
Uh-huh. Yes. Yes. Lick here, in parentheses, after. So,
Yeah,
all right.
Good. Type that in.
But not the ceiling.
No.
No.
Definitely not the same.
Addendum. Lick the seed.
Delphine. Lick for understanding.
Don't lick the
Parentheses, lick here. Why don't you hit the enter on that?
And don't lick the seed.
All right, and now,
There we go.
Delphine, why don't you come up here and join me?
Here, I'll help you
All
out.
right.
Help with Finn there.
Thank you. Thank you. It's nice
All
to be
right, let me-
back. It's really
I'm
good to be back.
adjusting
Good up there. You like it up there?
my
All right.
camera.
I love it up here. And turn off the ceiling fan. You won't need it.
Yeah, exactly. Yes. Right.
Yeah, watch out. Okay, so
All right. Who's going to lead?
I think she should lead, because if you did, this could be terrible.
I'll lead.
I think
I'm
so,
going
too.
to lead.
Yes. All right.
So, why don't we start out a little bit slow?
So,
See?
like it.
Oh, that's nice. That's nice. Got your feet under you.
Feeling confident.
Don't be too confident.
Like that. Like
All
that,
right.
but kind of tuck in
up.
your shoulders a little and start to pick
Shoulders.
up the pace.
Oh.
Huh?
Oh, don't step on her. Don't step on her
Tuck
feet.
your chin down.
Stop stepping on
Oh,
her.
there.
feet.
That's
That just made me go. This is going faster now. I'm feeling
that's
powerful.
right. That's right.
That's it.
Picking up.
Whoop.
Picking up speed.
Whoa.
Here we go. Here we go. Oh, that's. Oh no. Oh no.
Well, as it so happens, looks like we may have a vacancy here in the booth till Trellis comes down. So if you'd like to be a temporary co-host, you would be more than welcome.
Please don't yell shame at me again.
No. This is victory.
Thank you for joining us for Hitchhikers and Appetizers. And of course, special thanks goes to our guest, Delphine, the former Prime Excelsior. I have been Trellis Gardeen.
And I continue to be Horatio Zinn. Until next time, keep your towels clean. And if you meet the ambassador of Samoy Minor, just remember to punch the left head. Punching the right or the middle one is considered rude. So don't panic. Everything you heard in this episode was improvised, but not everything improvised was heard. This episode of Hitchhikers and Appetizers featured the voice talents of Mike Gorgone as Trellis Gardeen, Bran Peacock as Horatio Zinn, and Casey Busher as Delphine, the former Prime Excelsior. Finally, Hitchhikers and Appetizers is part of the Improv in Action Network. Check out other great improvised podcasts and projects at improvinaction.com. If you'd like to reach out to Trellis or Horatio, you can send electronic messages to them at our Galaxy address, hitchappspodcast@gmail.com. Or you can find them on Twitter with the handle hitchapps.
Shut up and sit down.